Hi, my name is Samuel Sudhakar. I'm a business consultant for SMEs, and MSMEs are the backbone of any economy. And India, there are 51 million MSMEs, and they contribute around 45% to the industrial output, 40% for the exports, and they provide 40% employment opportunities. I'm sure there are many startup owners, business owners, startup and entrepreneurs in this audience. Can we have a show of hands, please, who are startup, who are business owners, who are entrepreneur, providing product and services? Can we have a good round of applause? Because these are the people who are contributing to the backbone of our country. Out of the 51 million MSMEs, only 10 million have their online presence. So the data stat shows that most of the MSMEs work with two major constraints. One is in terms of getting the right resources. It could be in terms of getting the right financial support. It could be getting the right team members. The second one is to use the resources optimally. So when we analyzed, the data shows that even though the 10 million MSMEs have invested on their online presence, when we looked at their data, most of the MSMEs have not utilized their resources optimally. For example, when we looked at their website, most of the MSMEs who have invested on their website, it looks like more like an e-brochure. They have not developed the website keeping the customer in mind. I'm sure that when you keep the customer in mind and develop your website, you will definitely give a lot of information about what is the problem or the challenge that you are addressing, what is the solution that you are providing, how is your solution different, and what are the differentiators and USP, who are the reference customers who are using your services, and you will also, whether you have shared their testimonials, whether you have shared the voice of customer on your website. I'm sure most of them, how many have your websites, how many of your business owners, startup and entrepreneurs have their own websites? Can I have a show of hands, please? Please go back and look at your websites. Please look at your website wearing a customer hat. Look at, in terms of, if you go back to and have a look at your website as a customer, not as an entrepreneur. Look at your website and see, as a customer, if you get onto your website, are you communicating so that when a customer comes in, are you able to communicate what is the problem that you're addressing, what is the solution that you're providing, what are the USPs, and whether you have listed your testimonials and voice of customers. And we also look at the data analysis shows that most of the MSMEs who have invested on their online presence too, they are not making use of the resources optimally. For example, even though they could make use of their official email IDs, but 70% of the MSMEs still use Gmail and Yahoo free emails. The MSMEs are not aware that they could create a Facebook business page where they can create their product and services and invite their friends on Facebook where they can share about the product and services. They're not aware of it. Most of the MSMEs are not aware that they could use the CRM software instead of Excel. They're not aware that they could use email software. They're not aware that they could use customer survey softwares, and in fact they can use the Salesforce automation software too. And most of these applications that we listed now are available as freebies to start for MSMEs, and most of them they are not aware. They are not aware of this, and hence they don't use technology as an enabler. To start with, most of this application can be used as a freebie, and they would be charged only when they reach a certain scale. But because they are not aware, they are not using this, and they are not using technology as a business enabler. The second point that I like to highlight upon is in terms of the adaptation of a business mindset. Most of the MSMEs, when they start as a solopreneur. They start as a one-man army, and they try to handle all the functions of the business on their own. We have a lot of business owners, startup and entrepreneurs here. Can we know what are the there are 7 critical functions to build a successful business. Can I have some information in terms of what are the 7 critical business functions to build a successful business model? Marketing, yes. Operations, yes. HR, yes. Okay. 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 The data stores that there are 7 critical functions, that is sales, marketing, customer care, operations, finance, HR, and the last one, which very seldom MSME concentrate, is the innovation and R&D. When we talk about innovation and R&D, that's the most critical part of a business function to build your successful business. So, when the MSMEs start off as a solopreneur, when they try to handle most of the tasks on their own, they will not be able to achieve a consistency, and will definitely affect the revenue cycles. For example, if the MSMEs start working for lead generation, after which if they go and convert in terms of the conversion of these leads, and once they get the order, if they work on in terms of the order execution, they will not have consistency in building their pipeline. They will not have consistency in terms of converting that into their orders, and it will definitely affect their revenue cycles. So, how do MSMEs address this particular challenge? They could address this particular challenge when they develop good teams, they set good processes, and they work on marketing magnetic strategies. Now, we touched upon one of the major constraints for MSME is not only to get the right resources, and it could be in terms of the finance, it could be getting the right team members. So, to get the right team members in terms of is a great challenge, and we need team members who are committed, who are competent, and they're willing to work with an SME setup. And there are a lot of advantages working for an SME. They get exposed to working across different functions, they learn a lot, and they can contribute, and they can grow faster. In my 25 years of a career, before starting my business consulting in 2016, I worked across SMEs, startups, and corporates both in India and abroad. But the way that I contributed and learned in my SME stint was great higher in terms of my contribution and learning when compared to the corporate sector. The process in terms of getting the right people is to set the right process in terms of setting the right process right from the recruitment to get the right people, to set the right process in terms of their roles, responsibility, in terms of their rewards, recognition. If you set this process, if you get the right talent and train them about our product and services, train them about these processes, then there will be a formidable force working along with you, because today you cannot achieve it alone. You need teams, but the teams have to be committed, competent, and they should work as a one cohesive team. If your team is set and they follow the process, if you have trained them, then you could work as a business owner, the important part of your business, that is in terms of growing your business on the business aspect. So, you could look at your product and services and then customize your product and services and package it. Well, how do I customize? How do I package it? And how do I position my product and services to a larger audience? How do I set that the customers test my product and services at an affordable cost? This is the most critical part, wherein you have to customize your product and services and provide certain services where the customers can test your services, experience a service at an affordable cost. After that, you can also package and position your product and services so that you could come out with a mid-tier product so that it will take care of your revenue cycles. You could also package, position your product and services so that you could come out with a premium offer so that you could concentrate on a higher revenues. So, if the MSMEs use technology as an enabler and if they use business mindset, it will definitely expedite their business growth. Thank you so much. Bye.